Elden Ring. It's made countless gamers break their controllers in a fit of rage.
I'm done. I'm so done. I'm done. I'm done for the night. I'm done for the day. I'm done forever. Okay? I'm done with this game. Good night, everybody. Seriously.
But playing doesn't have to be a painful experience. If you start off on the right foot, you'll be able to make the bosses feel the pain. My goal is to help you have fun playing the game. So let's get into what I do at the start of a playthrough. Now, I don't use any summons or spells, but feel free to use them if you like them. For the majority of the game, I'll be using these two daggers, but for the last two bosses, I like to use Moonveil. So let's start a new game. You're gonna wanna pick the bandit as your character. As for the body type, well, you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. I'm picking the Lands Between rune to start out with, just so we have some money to spend. And we're on to the first fight. You can't actually die to this boss because he brings your health down to 1 and then a cutscene starts. If you manage to beat him, you can't progress the game unless you jump off the cliff and actually die. And here we go, out into the world. We're not going to fight this first boss over here on the right, we're just going to go around to the left. First thing you're going to want to do is go to the site of grace in front of the big gate. Here you can get your horse and then pick up a map right after. If you want, now you can meet your future wife at the church. Let's head southwest to the beach and go along the beach until you come to a waterfall and you'll find an item on the ground. Starting near the big gate, head east down the road and pick up this item on the bridge. There's also another stone over here. Now follow the road south, but be careful when you get to this bridge. Further south, there's a merchant that we need, and we're gonna buy some kukri. I'm also gonna buy this talisman, but it's not necessary. I'm not gonna show where every map and golden seed is, but feel free to use the wiki to look at the map. I also recommend exploring as much as possible. Now we'll go up to the top of the lake, and this time you want to turn north after the bridge. Follow the road and you'll get to a church. This place has some important items. If you want to have an advantage against the skeletons later on, I suggest killing this scarab to get the skill that's inside it. You'll find it to the north of the church. Back at the church, you'll find something hidden in the water right outside. It's a portal, and you're going to want to take it. When you arrive, head south until you find a site of grace. At this point, Melina will probably come and bring you to the round table hold. This is where you'll find the blacksmith. He's going to be really important for us. Put the Ash of War we got on the knife. And you can upgrade it if you have the materials. Now you want to turn it to nighttime. Ride this way until you reach a cliff. Follow the cliff tightly to avoid the poison traps that are on the ground. Hop up on this big root. Now for the fun part. Use your bow to aim in and then throw a kukri. You want to lure the Black Knight over to this big root. And it's just that easy. You can use the runes you got to level up now. Head back to the site of grace and go down the bridge, avoiding the dragon. You're going to want to keep some distance from this giant tree on the left, so follow the path that I take here. Jump up here and then go around the dragons. Go to the leg of the mama dragon and just start wailing on her. When it gets low on health, use the gold pickled fowl foot that we got. This will leave you with just under 100,000 runes. You can spend the runes how you want, but just remember you're going to need at least 15 dexterity later. Now let's go north through the storm gate. Find the site of grace and then follow the path east. Go across the bridge. If you need smithing stones, check with the merchants. Now go back across the bridge. Climb up the rocks on the north side, and you'll find a door to enter a cave. You can just run past the skeletons, or you can kill them. And then find this little opening. Take a left, grab the item, and then teleport out of there. Or you can walk if you want. Now fast travel back to Stormhill. Head north and take the path that branches off from the road. Cross the bridge and jump down here. Follow the cliff until you find a site of grace. Head down the slope and keep going until you find a merchant. From the merchant, go north and you'll find a map. To the northwest, there's a girl who needs help getting a necklace back. Further northwest, you can buy it back from the guy who stole it, and now he'll sell you prawns. Up here, there's another map. Head towards the big broken bridge. On the north side, there's a smithing stone you can grab. Now go south along the bridge on the other side. When you get to this big rock formation, you're going to want to start crouching, because there's a big dragon here. Sneak behind it and grab the items. Now you can teleport away. Head west from the map and you'll find these guards. Make a right turn here. And with the key we got earlier, we can go through the seal. There's a golden seed at the end of the bridge if you want it. Now go back to the grace and go through this other seal. This'll bring you across the bridge. Then I went to farm runes from these trolls in Stormhill. You can get one of the trolls to break the statue which has items in it. Be sure to explore the Weeping Peninsula to get more sacred tears. I bought a mace from the Twin Maiden husks. You'll need to two-hand this weapon, but it's very helpful against hard-bodied enemies like these glintstone miners. Now teleport to this site of grace. Through the lake to the north is where we'll get our second dagger. It's a good idea to use the katana that we got earlier. You'll need to two-hand the katana as well, but at this point you're gonna get invaded by this guy. He can deal a lot of damage, so be careful. In the middle of the fight, someone will come and help you. Once we defeat him, we get to use his weapon. Put the Reduvia in your right hand so you can use the special skill. Now I start collecting smithing stones to upgrade my weapons. I'm not going to show where all of them are because that would take forever, but it's easy to look them up. You can switch your great knife to Bloodhound Step now. Head to where we killed the dragon. Go inside the fort and run straight to the ladder. And grab the item from this chest. Now go to Fort Height. This might be tricky, but I just double jump around the pumpkin head. Once inside, you don't want to stop moving. Climb up the stairs, take out this dude, and now you're in for a real fight. Watch out for this guy's ranged attacks. You get Bloody Slash from him, which you can put on your great knife. Now go up the ladder in this tower and grab the other half of that medallion. Now teleport to the Bellum Highway. They're going to be launching rocks at you here, so be careful. Use the medallion to activate the elevator. This will bring you to the Altus Plateau, which you can explore to get lots of items. This isn't necessary, but back at St. Bridge, there's a talisman that we can get that's pretty cool. Look for a cave at the north of the river. Two-hand the mace to quickly take out the boss. For this talisman to work, you need to be really lightweight, so I take off everything but my pants. Now let's go to Stormhill again. Follow the road towards the castle. Get this Site of Grace in the tunnel. And it's time for the first story boss fight. Check out how much damage we can do to him. Now head up towards the castle. For this next part, you're going to want to switch your great knife back to Bloodhound Step. Talk to this fellow in here and ask him to open the gate. You can either two-hand your great knife or put it in your right hand to use this skill. Now, I completely messed this part up. It probably won't go as bad for you, but you want to use Bloodhound Step and just slide through here. Eventually I got it down, but yeah, that first part was rough. Now make a right turn and head for the big door. Get the Sight of Grace so we can come back later. Now go back out the door and go right. This is another tricky part, so get through here as quick as possible. Stick to the right side and go up the stairs. Watch out for the birds, they'll mess you up. If you're brave, you can grab the golden seed. And now there's a Sight of Grace you can get. Now you'll want to put Bloody Slash on your great knife and switch it to your left hand. Now it's time for the second story boss. Now you can go back to Limgrave Tower Bridge. And run across the bridge. Climb the tower and restore your Great Rune. Equip it at a Sight of Grace and activate it with a Rune Arc. And now you should be well prepared to take on the rest of the game. Be sure to explore and look for new things as you play. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.